Be absent, but Hal, we probably need to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him real quick.
Sure.
Hmm.
Good to have an insider.
For some reason, all my things are screwed up. All my drivers are weird.
Wait, I get an ability score improvement or a feat. Oh, Raven, I asked you on Discord, whether Warcaster can be used to, if an ally runs by me, can I, as an attack of opportunity, cast Cure Wounds if I have Warcaster?
Technically, yes. I'm still kind of on the fence about that, but technically, yes.
Because whether it's okay or not,
Well, if I
it's going to
change my
decide
mind
what I
about
do.
it, I'll give you a respec. So if like later on I'm
All
like this
right.
is ridiculous, I'll say like, but you can change to a different one if you want.
I think this is actually better on the paper than it is in real life. I think Neil used to have it, and it kind of like never came up.
All right. I called Jonathan. He's gonna be on in a moment.
Yeah, and because also to be fair, I want to have this saving throw proficiency.
No, but Warcaster is pretty. I think that's pretty. It also improves your saving throw for concentration, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean that's
but
like the main reason
it
people take it.
yeah, but it also doesn't help me with constitution.
Yeah.
Having
Is
advantage
Well,
the
on
thing.
concentration
it's
is
up to
pretty
you. It's
huge.
up to you, right? I think
Yeah,
both
but
are.
I could have constitution proficiency and also the dragon starry form, so I can't roll below 10.
Uh, on concentration checks.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess then you can't use your other forms, but you could do dragon to increase that.
Hey, Cal.
Sorry about that, guys. I thought 5 more minutes and then I slept for 10 more minutes.
Oh, no worries. No
Oh, don't tell me
worries.
Don't
But I'm
tell
here
me the
now.
spells reset again.
I got hit with a sleep spell, but I'm back.
There you go.
How much does healing word and stuff like that heal in 2024 version again?
2d8 per spell level plus something.
That's Cure Wounds.
Your ones, yes.
I think it was 2d4.
I think my spells reset again. Well, whatever. Um. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Cool. Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna need a cup of coffee.
Okay.
By the way, does anyone other than Nil have light cantrip?
I have the light cantrip.
Are you casting it on yourself usually, or do
Yeah,
you have
the way it
you
works for Patchwork is that usually when she casts light, it makes her eyes light up like
yeah,
headlights,
got
but
you.
she can cast it on other things.
But I think then but then you will not have it on yourself. I was just wondering if anyone has a spare light, because it's really hard to, like, you cannot really carry torch if you have a shield and a sword. So I was thinking for Rob to somehow get light source for him. And Lou doesn't like when I try to attach oil lamp to my belt.
I feel like it would break if you're moving around a bunch during combat.
Yeah, probably.
Have you tried setting yourself on fire?
I mean, that is
Yeah,
true. That would
well-
probably light you up pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't have this problem when we were fighting Fire Elemental.
Yeah.
Exactly. It perfectly lit itself for us.
From that point, everything is well lit. There's plenty of sources of light. Does this look okay for the party order?
Oh, I get a cantrip. I get a new cantrip.
This right here, is this about how you guys are gonna look as you're traveling, just in case you get into a random encounter? I mean,
Yeah.
usually it'll just be determined by where you are on the map, but in case you're jumped, how you want to be walking.
Unless Nil wants to switch with Cal.
Yeah. I don't really mind.
I think usually like from what I know of Nil, he likes to be in front line, and Cal is
Yeah.
perfectly fine being a little bit
Yeah,
like
switch
behind
me and Kaladin.
of reach.
Alright, so you are on the front line and Cal is
Yeah.
second. Got
He,
it.
he can run around us. He can flip through us. He can slide between our legs.
Now with those boots, same that I have, he will be unstoppable. He basically
You can
has
jump together.
misty step every round.
Alright. He said he stepped away for a moment to get a drink,
Grab some
right?
coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys still under the effect of aid? Plus 15?
Yep.
Yeah. should be.
Okay.
By the way, I will now use my 4th level spell slot to cast. Or maybe not. Should I use my 4th level? I can't do anything with it anyway.
That's what Nil did first.
Yeah, I'll upgrade to 4th level too. Well, however much that is.
Why is
That's
Iara's
15.
health 10 more? I'm just gonna put her back at 38. She didn't have 8 on her, did she?
That's 15.
Right.
He was casting it on 4th level.
Yeah, she had an extra 10 health, so I wasn't sure. Oh wait, let me
But
just.
I don't think she will get.
Wait, spare the dying in 2024 is range. Oh, that's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I can use this 30 feet away. Oh, that's nice.
And the range increases as you level it up instead of the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It's 15 first, and since wait, is it 5th level cleric or 5th level character?
Character. I think all cantrips work in character.
Then I can use it 30 feet away. Oh, that's great. Hell yeah.
Yeah, generally cantrips are determined by character level. Alright, well I think we're all here. We're missing our bard today. So that means we do have room for an NPC. Do you want to bring in one of your NPCs to take his place? Who's gonna...
Carter's already in this combat with us, so we might as well just leave
Oh,
him in,
because
right?
he was replacing...
Oh.
yeah. Alright, so Carter's in, and
I
Patrick.
do have the dark vision spell if you have trouble with light.
Well, you
Oh,
guys
do you
can-
want to spend your action on casting it now? Let's see.
I'm offering.
No, if you have nothing better to do, then I would appreciate it. But like right now, Rob is kind of blind because only Nil has a source of light.
Alright, so Robert, it would be your turn to scribe if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. So Robert is scribe. Looks like Calroon, you were the previous scribe. Would you like to give us a recap of last time, please?
Of course. So, after Day, we talked to Blackwater, and he agreed to work with Bloodhand again. That is when we had a week of downtime to work on some personal projects. Kaladin trained with weapons. Grinkle started mastering using alchemist tools, and Calroon went to the Blackwater library to study on a new spell. Once another day passed, Calroon went back to the library, and the rest of the party went to the caravan that just arrived. When there, we started selling all the treasure we'd gathered over time, and we each gotten 533 gold pieces. The next day, Grinkle, Kaladin, Rob, and Nil went back to the caravan looking for magical items to purchase, and they found some of what they were looking for. After that, we pooled 500 gold pieces and hired an architect to build a bastion where the party has been camping. After the week was over, we all leveled up. We went back under the city. We ran into some undead creatures blocking our path forward. We have to clear them out in order to find more information about the vault we plan to open.
Alright, thank you for that recap. So it is currently the 20th of fall at 10 a.m. Now, I did have to figure out the downtime for Patchwork's character. Did you have something you wanted to invest those 8 days in?
She was going to look for a diamond she can use for Revivify once she gets that spell.
Well, you can buy a diamond without using downtime. Were there any other projects
Yeah,
that
but
you...
one second.
Like learning a language, learning a tool, doing research, anything like that?
Well, she was helping Kaladin learn Primordial.
Yeah, I see there's a project
Um,
for that, but I think Kaladin spent the week doing something else, didn't he?
Yeah, I wasn't able to train with you because I was like looking for magic items.
Yeah, they were, because the caravan arrived in town and a bunch of them were trying to basically find magical items within the merchants. So they did a bunch of digging
Okay.
around and found a few.
Then Patchwork, Blackwater did like offer to like he was interested in her because she's a Warforged. He offered something one moment.
Oh, yeah, I think he wanted to study you. Let me see. I'll
One
check.
second.
Alright. Yeah, I think he offered you some
Uh,
gold.
He asked to have a conversation with her. Says Phoenix Guild could help.
Sure, so I'll say if you
Yeah,
want to
she
let...
would probably approach him because he offered to talk and because he also probably heard that he has a library. And she would ask if she could try and find out more about Warforged and stuff.
So would you want to do research?
Yeah.
And that's just research into your past?
Yep.
Or onto Warforged or stuff like that?
Let's see. Well, her lead currently is... I wrote this down, one second. Well, one lead she has gained is the druids at the lab. What was it
The
called?
Alcavian Labs?
Yep, they recognized like her symbols, recognized her as like one of them, and yeah, maybe she'll start
All right.
instead of looking into waffles, she'll start looking into like old druid groves.
So just research on druids. Old druid groves. And we can resolve that a bit later. I just wanted to get an idea of what you were doing, because I know we're in the middle of a battle.
Oh.
So yeah, we can talk more about that later.
But can we say? I forgot how much the diamond has to be worth for Revivify, but can we say that she bought one
300.
from the caravan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I will say if you want to just spend the 300, you could have bought one.
Okay, yeah, I have the money.
Okay.
Okay, that's everything from me.
I think Lou, you added money to her when we
Yeah,
were
I believe
splitting.
I did add some money because the group also split some stuff up.
That's
We
so
sold some stuff.
1,270 is the new number.
Well, whatever I
Something
had
like
on your sheet, because I had added it in.
Okay.
Crap, where's that? I was just looking at it. Where'd that map
Yeah.
go?
I subtracted the 300 anyway.
Sorry, just give me one moment. It's... Is it this one? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Why did I have it over here? Move that. Okay. So we were in the thick of things as the battle was raging. And I think I have to get you in here. Patchwork, so I'm just going to put you where Grinkle was. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yep, I need to click on my icon. 1 second. There. Did that.
Alright, and I believe, Robert, it was your turn as these creatures were flying down the hallway towards the group. What do you want to do?
So Rob will shout, "Damn it, can I get some light here?" And he will go and attack the closest one, the one I can see.
Alright, so you rush up towards the incorporeal wraith.
Patch would have the light spell active if we're in a dark area.
Okay. There you go. Alright, so you rush up and do your attack on this guy. Slashing at the ghostly creature. 16 would strike him. Cutting for 6 slashing as he is incorporeal. Delivering a wound. Second slash will strike as well, cutting him again. Doing another.
I'll reroll this one.
Okay, doing another 7. Getting the creature's attention. Anything else?
No, I'm good for now.
Don't you have the fire on your blade as well?
Yep. No, I don't. Like this time, I didn't. Yeah, indeed. So I have to roll d6, right?
I believe it deals a d6 fire damage once per turn.
Yes. So
Alright,
that would be
so
3
another
more.
3 fire. Alright. It seems to resist fire and physical. Is that it for you?
By the way, if just like would my sword emanate light if I light it up and make it deal fire damage only?
Sure, I'll give you some light for that.
Because then I will use bonus action to turn my sword into light, into fire only.
Oh, well, you don't have to turn into fire only to get the light, because it would technically be flaming. So just
okay, so
mark
it's
yourself
still
as a light source,
Gotcha.
and I'll say
I
you
found-
have light on you because of your sword. Alright, so that's it for you.
Yes.
Fortunately, you did end within the aura of the Bodak. So you would take 5 necrotic damage at the end of your turn.
No save?
Nope, just drains you. So the Wraith goes. It was unhappy that you slashed at it, so it's going to fly around you. And take a life-draining attack on you. Attempting to grab at you with its dark, shadowy claws. Luckily, 14 is not enough to strike you, so you dodge out of the way, avoiding the hit. Nil.
One quick thing. I remember that Grinkle was buffing all of us with his inspiring speech in the morning. Would Patchwork have it? Because he gave 10 temporary hit points to everyone.
No, she would not.
Okay.
She would have been away
Too
from
bad.
that.
Absent.
We're not paying attention to Grinkle, we're
She
just...
was,
Yeah.
she was like, she
Did
had
not
better
believe
things to
him.
do. She's heard enough of Grinkle.
hands off the hearing during the speech.
Yeah. Alright, so Nil, what do you want to do?
Okay. Uh... I think I'm going to try turn undead again, but I'm trying to get in a good spot. Okay. So yeah, move up here, move up here. 35. 5, 15. Go there.
Alright, so as you move there, the Bodak stares at you, its eyes flashing with dark energy. I would need a con save.
Okay. Cool. Can I use an insight point on this?
You mean inspiration?
Yeah, insight.
Yeah, you can. Gain +2 to it. So 13 is just enough, so luckily you would be unaffected by the Bodak's gaze.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that I thought this aura thing replaced the vision thing. I was mistaken, but I will in turn raise my holy symbol and do turn undead, sear undead.
Okay. So does that do damage and turn them, or does that just do damage?
Yeah, it does both.
Okay. So a bunch of radiant energy flashes from your symbol, messing with the undead. The first one south of you has to do a wisdom save. What's the DC on this?
So is it just my spell safeties?
Yeah, it would just be your spell save.
I think it's 16. Yeah.
Alright, so this one passes with a +2, being
Yeah.
unaffected. The other Wraith is going to make a Wisdom save. Oh, it passes as well, again with a +2. The Bodak, Wisdom save. The Bodak will fail, becoming turned by your effect, which gives him Frighten, and he is incapacitated, doing nothing but attempting to flee.
Yeah. He takes 20 damage.
Alright, and he takes 20 radiance.
Is
Alright,
his
it
aura
is...
still active after this?
Yes, it would still be active, but he is badly wounded by the radiant energy. 3 levels of wound. What else?
No, that's everything for my turn. So I will just stay here because I don't have enough to move back.
Alright, so the Wraith, angered by your display of godly might, flies right up at you. And it is going to attempt to attack. 19.
Well, he would if he took that pass. This would be attack of opportunity from Rob. If he passed this square.
And if he passed the other square, I get the attack of opportunity.
Wait, where was he?
He's got to.
Here?
He's like down there.
Was
you
he
can
not also
make it.
turned?
No, this
Wasn't
one
one
was
of
not
them?
turned.
Okay.
Let me see.
Basically, he's
Also,
got to take a oppie
am
from
I-
one of us.
Unless he flies
Uh,
up. But yeah, I did say these ceilings were kind of high, so being able to fly, he would be able to go up and over. So he wouldn't be able to go
Fair
around,
enough.
but he could get to here by flying up and down. Because they wouldn't be with that in mind, they wouldn't just fly through your oppie square.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so 19 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits. Is this just a regular attack?
Yeah, this is just a life
Okay.
drain. So he would strike you for 23 necrotic, and your hit point max would be reduced by 23.
I
Didn't
still
you-
use warding
didn't
thing
you
if
have-
it was life drain, but you said normal attack. But okay.
Wait, what?
Also, I should have taken necrotic damage from ending in the thing. So how much did I take from ending in the?
Oh, that would be 5. And what was your question?
It's fine. I asked if it was a normal attack, like with a weapon or something, but you said it was a life drain, so I was going to use warding flare if it was a life drain. But that's fine. I
Oh,
should've-
well, all its attacks are life drain attacks.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
that's fine. Does that work through? So if I have temp, and that how does that work with
So it
max
would
HP reduction?
it would still drain from your HP. You would just take less damage. So like you would, I guess that would, because yeah, it would just reduce your max by 23. So I guess the temp wouldn't matter. So you'd still
Okay,
lose the
so
temp,
does the
but
temp just stay there? But the temp goes, so it does more damage to temp.
yeah. So it's like a way to get around temp because it's reducing your max life. Yeah, sorry, when you said normal attack, I thought you meant like, is he doing a spell or something? But no, all their attacks are life drain. Okay, so that's it for him. Carter. What's Carter gonna do? I think that's you, Kaladin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard Carter. My brain didn't didn't
No
calculate.
worries.
Okay, so he's gonna move forward, and seeing a perfect flank opportunity with his fellow Marshal Rob, he will attack with his great axe.
Alright, so unfortunately, as he moves up into the area, the creature's eyes would meet his, and I need a con save.
It's okay. He's got good con.
Yeah, so he just growls and shakes his head as he resists the effect.
It's awesome. And yeah, he will swing his great axe.
Alright, so with the flank plus 2, 15 is going to strike. cutting into the wraith, doing 3 points of slashing. Then
And another one?
26, yeah, will hit again, cutting him for another 4, which is going to put him to 2 levels of wound.
Like, feels like my axe is passing right through him.
Alright, anything else?
That'll be all for this turn.
Alright, Patchwork.
Okay, so I know Bodax, so I have to say I avoid looking at it, right?
Yes, if you want to avoid its gaze.
Yeah, I'm going to run forward. I'm not going to look at the Bodak, and if I attack this one from range, does it have cover from my allies?
Yeah, it would have cover. So its AC is a little higher, +2.
Well, actually, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright, so you summon your spiritual weapon from the heavens. The weapon of force appears, slamming
1
towards
second.
the wraith.
Do I? I do. I want to summon this there.
Alright.
Alright, I didn't do my second level spells yet.
It's concentration.
It is concentration, yeah. Just
Okay, that's good to know.
FYI.
I didn't know that.
It's no longer just free extra damage.
Except for the War Cleric gets it for free, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
well.
do they? No concentration?
Yeah, War Cleric can do that with either Spiritual Weapon or with Shield of Faith. So that's like
pretty
the
awesome.
special war spells they can do without concentration.
Alright, so unfortunately...
So does a 12 hit.
No, AC is 13, so that's gonna just miss.
Okay, but Spiritual Weapon is a bonus action, I think?
It is, yes. Well,
So
I think
I'm going...
It might be... Here, I'll just... Description. So, yes, it's a bonus action. And, yeah, you can attack each turn as a bonus action. Alright, so what else?
Then I'll throw a Sacred Flame after that. Because Sacred Flame ignores half cover and 3/4 cover.
Well, Sacred Flame is also a dex save, so there is no cover. It just has to dex save. As long as you see it. Alright, so it is going to attempt to dodge as these holy flames streak towards it. It will succeed with a +3, avoiding the Sacred Flame, unfortunately.
Well. And I will say that her spiritual weapon takes the shape of a shepherd's crook, like the symbol on her shield.
Alright.
Ah, cool.
Your crook weapon. Alright, anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Alright, Kaladin, what do you wish to do?
Well, I see that the Bodak is in a weakened state, and so I'm gonna try to finish him off.
It is trying to retreat. Alright, so you go to attack it, but unfortunately you would meet its gaze. I need a con save.
Alright, I would also like to use an inspiration point.
Okay, so +2. Oh, that is not going to be enough.
But I think that's good that you used inspiration point on this one.
Let's see. Oh, does Rob know what this does?
I've met them in other games.
Okay. So it is very good. You got your roll a little higher. So yeah, you would see this creature meeting its gaze. You are struck by intense fear, almost disabling fear, as you take 20 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
And gain the frightened condition. He jump scares you. Blah, blah, blah. Wah! What the hell? So you become frightened. Let's see, how long does that last? Till the start of its next turn. Alright, so until the start of your next turn, you are frightened.
Can I still attack at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, so even though this thing is terrifying, I'm sort of like attacking out of panic. It's like I'm swinging wildly.
Yep.
So I'll swing with the short sword first.
Shink.
17.
17 will strike it.
Okay, and there's damage for that. That vexes him, so
That
I
would
get advantage.
bring him down.
Oh, okay.
He was already
So
very
flimsy.
wounded. Well, anyway, what else do you want to do?
Does that get rid of his aura, or is his body still emitting it?
The aura would dissipate after he goes down.
Good. Okay, and then suddenly since my fear is gone correct? Since he's
Yes,
dead?
because the target that you were afraid of has been taken down. Technically, he's not dead yet. He's KO'd. The body hasn't been destroyed, but he's basically, for all intents and purposes, he is down.
Okay, so I'll quickly turn my attention to my teammates, coming back to my senses, and see that Nil looks like he could use some help. So I'll step forward, and I will do a unarmed strike, like water whip, towards this guy,
Alright.
dealing force damage as my second attack.
So
18, but with
18
flank.
is gonna strike.
And I'm assuming I can't grapple these guys.
I don't know if you've tried, but you could try. You don't.
Yeah, I'll try. It's a free grapple
Alright,
attempt.
so
with,
no,
unarmed strike.
your grappling would just go right through their incorporeal body.
Damn. I'm doing force damage, by the way, even though that
Alright,
says
so
bludgeoning.
13 force. Yeah.
Then I get to make a free dagger attack because of the nick property, since I attacked with my short sword earlier. So that's 16.
Yeah, 16 would strike.
And that's piercing. I can't change that damage type, unfortunately.
So you do another 5 to him.
And then with my bonus action, I'll spend a focus point and flurry of blows for 2 more unarmed strikes.
Alright. So yeah, 21 will strike. Now, does the nick property let you get all your damage to your free attack? Like your dex bonus and everything?
Only because I took the fighting style 2-weapon fighting. So the nick property is basically just the normal 2-weapon attack, except for its bonus action free with nick weapons. But if you take the 2-weapon fighting attack, then you're able to still add your ability modifier to it. So you need a fighting style and a nick property together to get like a full attack, basically.
Let me
That's
make an
why he
extra.
took a level
Let me
of
see.
fighter.
Let me see Nick.
And then I can link you the light weapon property as well,
Sure.
because it's like
Let me just make sure I
light
know what I'm
weapon.
doing here.
If I can find light weapon. Would it be in rules? Weapons light. Oh, that's 2014. Weapons light. This is the light weapon property.
Okay.
So that's the rule it uses. Nick allows you to use that rule without expending your bonus action, and 2-weapon fighting allows you to add your ability modifier to it.
And Nick also specifies that you can't use a bonus action to make the attack a second time. So
Yes.
you can't like Nick to make the extra attack, then bonus action to do it again.
Yes.
Okay. So you would have to flurry at that point
Mm-hmm.
to get those extra. I see. Okay.
But could you use bonus action for your monk
Yeah, because it's a separate, the monk bonus action attack is even separate from the attack action. I could do it without
Yeah.
even attacking. So
Yeah, you
that's why it
just-
works so well with the feature.
Yeah.
But it does take a level investment in another class because you don't get weapon mastery as monk or fighting style, and you need all those things basically.
Okay, I see. All right. So anyway, I'm getting the hang of these new rules. So that
I think
was
I have one
it.
more unarmed
Yeah, if you did
because
flurry.
I flurried.
Yeah.
That's 14.
14 will strike, just barely. And this is
10 force.
Force. All right. So that is going to put him to 2 levels of wound. Anything else?
That will be all.
Alright, so this Wraith is going to continue to retreat. And he is going to be leaving the map next turn. Calroon.
Alright, I'm going to use one of my new spells on this guy right here.
Okay.
And I am going to use Chromatic Orb.
Alright, so
And-
you... Then you do have the gem needed for that, right?
Yeah, it's a diamond. It's supposed to be worth 50, but I have one that was worth 100.
Yeah, so that's fine. Alright, so you summon a chromatic orb. What type of damage?
I'm going to do thunder damage.
Alright, so you blast him with a thunder orb. Making a boom as it strikes. Well, actually, you gotta roll an attack roll. We'll see if it strikes.
Do you have a macro for it?
Or if you have a
Just
spell,
like roll roll
attack
for, like-
macro.
Yeah, like roll for like a firebolt or a
Ray of Frost or something.
ray of frost. It's the same thing. Should be.
Alright, so 19 will strike even with the cover. So there's a, you said this one?
Yes.
Damage is 3d8.
Alright, so go ahead and roll 3d8 damage. Alright, so 11 thunder.
And since I did not roll 2 of the same number, it will not bounce to the next guy.
Alright, anything else?
I think that's going to be the end of my turn. I'm going to stay right here.
Alright, Robert.
Okay. Robert, this guy, no. Yeah, I'll just continue pummeling this guy.
Okay. So you slash at him. 27 will get him as he is distracted by your ally, hitting him for 8 and 2, so 10 points of damage. And he will turn back towards you.
And another attack.
18
No.
will strike again, hitting him for
And
another.
I'll reroll damage here. Yeah, it's 13.
Okay, 13, which will put a 3rd level of wound on him. He's looking very beat up now. Anything else?
I will step up to be closer to Nil. Be able to intercept any attacks, and so like I'll try to protect Nil a little bit.
Alright, so that's going to cause this one to target you as well, now knowing that you're threatening him. Alright, anything else?
I'm good.
Alright, so the Wraith is going to move here to gain flank, giving you an Oppie.
Yeah, he'll take it for sure.
Alright, so he
Great
slashes. Yeah, 25 will cut for 4 points. And he's going to attack Rob with a +2 life drain.
I will use Warding Flare.
Oh, good thing you did.
He already
So-
has disadvantage because I'm blurred.
Ah, true.
Okay, I won't-
So that is going to miss, thankfully, due to the disadvantage, ending his turn. Nil.
Okay. I'm going to True Strike the one in front of us.
Alright, so your weapon glows with radiant energy. Ah! Yeah, 28 will connect, striking for 20. Which is going to
Good
put
attack.
the creature to 3 levels of wound. Anything else?
No, it will regret draining my life. It will not save it in the end either, even with it.
So knowing Robert will attack it if it doesn't go for him, it will indeed go for him. Lunging with a life drain attack. But luckily the disadvantage once again protects him. Carter.
Carter is going to try to finish off the one that attempted to run away from him. So he'll step through the spiritual weapon and kind of growling at it as he passes through it. And he's going to attack with flank.
Alright, +2 to the attack. 14 will strike it. And that is going to put it down 6, but it is still alive.
Okay, one more great axe attack.
Yeah, so that's another 4. Ooh, the creature is barely holding on, but it's still up.
Last. That's all he's gonna do.
Alright, Patchwork.
Bonus action, I'll move my spiritual weapon up here. I'll attack this one again.
Alright. So it swings and will strike.
Ah, I see. I'll need to make a macro for the attack. It just subtracted the spell slot for that.
Well, 5 force damage is going to bring it down.
Good job.
So that's why they call it spiritual weapon. It's for killing spirits.
Ah,
There you
that
go.
makes so much sense.
There you go.
And now that that one's dead, I'll move a bit closer and I'll throw another sacred flame at the one that's left.
Alright, so more holy
1
fire
second.
as the creature
Need to
attempts to
find it.
dodge.
There.
Oh, but he will indeed make his save. They've been rolling good on these. Dodging out of the way.
Yeah.
What else?
Nothing. I'll stay here.
Alright, Kaladin.
Alright, I will unleash the same combo that me and Robert had practiced. Basically where I'd distract them with my water whip and interweave those blade attacks with the water whip attacks.
Alright.
So I'll start with the short sword.
Yeah, 21 is going to
5 piercing.
strike. That's going to take it down. Alright, so the
Oh.
enemies have been slain and the other one has retreated. Battle is won. What do you want to do?
Good job, Carter. And I'll give him like a, brotherly arm clasp and nod. And then I'll say it's
I don't think I've fought opponents like this before.
yeah, strange creatures indeed. These are made of dark stuff. And I'll tell Robert, that training me and you've done is really paid off. It's working well, just how we
Yeah.
intended.
You just look like a blur of arms and legs and daggers. So good job.
No thanks to you. And you are pretty intimidating in all that heavy armor with the flaming blade. If I was these guys, I wouldn't have even wanted to fight you.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just a little bit like, let's be careful because one of them ran away. I hope it doesn't just come back to attack us from the wall. Let's
Yeah.
be careful.
Well,
Calroon, do you want to? Sorry.
Well, Lyra would say, well, our scouts have reported several of these undead spirits in these tunnels. Some of them were attacked. We lost some of them, but we don't know if it was the spirits that killed them or if they just died to something else. But yeah, I doubt this will be the last of them. Says maybe it has something to do with all these corpses. Maybe the battle that took place here. I don't know.
Probably.
I will ask Calroon. Do you want to take a look at these bodies? Maybe they've got some essence.
And I will walk up to the two that are closest to me, and I'll start looking for essence. All three of them, actually.
So you're taking some time to collect essence from the undead.
I'll help. This is religious stuff, right?
Yeah. So religious training will get you some bonus material.
Yeah, then I'll help. I'll start working on the wraith.
Okay. So luckily it's quiet and you are able to gather some essence. The undead don't seem to have anything else of use on them.
Can I take the wraith essence? I would like some religious components.
Yeah, you can have the wraith essence. I'll take the bodak essence.
Cool, thanks.
All right. So, yeah, it's still quiet. Several minutes have passed, but luckily no reinforcements showed up. You're assuming the wraith that fled maybe just went somewhere else.
Rob will approach Nil, look at him, and ask just says, "How are you, friend? You don't look so good."
Oh, I'm glad I put aid on. That took much of the blow. But wraiths like these are just annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I've heard that some more powerful clerical magic sometimes can heal this. Do you know if we have anything like that? Can you pray to your god or something to take away the pain?
I don't believe so. Not at the moment.
Here, I'll just put this on you to mark you as life drained.
Yeah. Yeah, not at the moment.
I think only
I
greater
did.
restoration can do this, right? So this
Yes.
is a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's a bit too much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this is
restoration.
potent stuff. But like
Yeah.
Cal mentioned, are we damaged or? I'm just looking at Kaladin. You are the only one who looks a little bit damaged.
I could use a bit of healing, but I think I have some potions if we want to keep moving.
Nah, I think potions is more useful, right? Potions don't restore after we take a rest.
Lyra says, well, I don't know if we should stay too long. There's a chance more undead could wander in, or that other could come back with reinforcements. If we're going
Just
to
a quick
rest,
spell, patchwork,
No, let's
or
just keep going.
can you maybe help Kaladin a little bit here? He looks a bit
Yeah, sure.
weathered. Just,
Oh.
I don't want him to be damaged next time we go into the fight, and then we will not have time for healing.
How badly damaged does he look? Can I do like medicine check and get like the exact number?
if you have training in medicine, then yeah, he can whisper you
Yeah.
his life, his total, and his current.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will.
so I
And
can
any other conditions on him.
estimate what spell, which level, stuff like that.
And this is a random encounter map, so you don't have to worry about exploring it.
Hey. Yeah, I'll do a. Hmm. I'll do a second level cure wounds for Kaladin.
Okay.
Also, that's +4. I don't think you need the +4.
So 32. Or wait, 33. So yeah, you would.
First level probably would have been enough.
Probably with your extra life cleric stuff.
And
Yeah, I
think
didn't.
you're
I didn't
still-
expect to roll so well. That's like way above average.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're feeling much better as she lays her magics upon you.
The wounds just like seal right up. Ah, thanks. Much better.
That's good.
I imagine it's really easy to see how much Kaladin is hurt because he doesn't have any armor or anything.
Well, you had
Yeah.
psychic damage, so you were more like maybe bleeding out of your nose and ears a bit.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
'Cause that was a psychic attack. Alright.
Yeah, maybe he looked a bit unsteady.
My ears are done ringing, so I'm assuming whatever you did worked. I feel a lot better now.
Alright, so
And
the
I
group.
suggest we keep moving forward.
Okay.
Yep.
So you leave this area and continue on. This large hall continues again. You are coming upon a bunch of dead. It looks like there was quite the battle in this area. Does anyone have? Oh yeah, Patchwork. You have medicine training, so
Yes.
you would guess that a lot of these dead were orcs. And it looks like there are dwarves dead here as well. But yeah, it looks like they've been dead for a long time.
Does
Possibly
it look like they've been fighting each other?
Yeah, well, actually, investigation might tell you more about that.
I'll
Know
try,
some
but my
details.
investigation is average. No.
Yeah, so with your medicine, it does look like that both, or most of the dead died due to weapon wounds. Like there's some chips on the bones for where people may have been stabbed or slashed, and other bones are like completely broken, probably from bludgeoning damage.
These are mostly orcs and dwarves, but I cannot tell if they fought each other or something else. But most of them seem to have died from wounds made by weapons.
Alright. So you get to what looks like a large vault door. Like two large metal doors that look like they've been broken open. It looks like, again, this probably happened a long time ago. Oh. Wait. Oh, I see. Wrong map. There you go. So, as you are coming into the area, just You can be in whatever order you want. I just kind of pulled you from the order that you had. But yeah, as you come through the door here, you would see.
I cannot see. I can't see. It's black.
Oh, go ahead and remark yourselves for lighting.
Okay.
I guess I could have grabbed your tokens from the last map. That might have been better. There's this weird bug where sometimes... Oh, it kicked me out of the game. Hang on a sec. And I'm back. Okay. Alright, so light spells.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it looks like, again, more bones around. There's a bunch of rubble. And long ago, probably someone broke through these vault doors, smashing them open. You see on the wall to the east and west are two large holy symbols, which anyone with religion would easily recognize as the symbol of Moradin. It's a pretty, and it actually, like, even people without religion might recognize it just because it is a very commonly worshipped dwarven god. So this may be one of his sanctuaries. History might tell you more here as well, if anyone has it.
Okay.
No.
I'd turn to our dwarf receptacle of knowledge.
I feel like. Oh, sorry.
So, Calrune, you would guess this was some kind of underground bastion to Moradin. The architecture of this place would put it somewhere in the, probably being built somewhere in the later part of the 12th cycle. Probably Tharian, same as a lot of the other runes in this area. You wonder if it was being used uh, as a safe haven during the cataclysm, like maybe as a sanctuary underground from the fires. Maybe some of the people in the empire below came down here. It's hard to know when this battle happened, but it definitely killed off anyone who was here.
Okay. I relay that to the party.
Lyra would nod. She would say, I would guess it happened after the cataclysm. The Empire at its height, the Tharians would have had enough power to fight back an opposing force underground. The fact that they killed so many and maybe wiped this place out may have been due to the fact that the cataclysm was raging on the surface and they had no access to reinforcements.
Interesting. I was actually always wondering, Lyra and everyone, with those cataclysms happening every couple of thousand years, it almost seems like any underground civilization should be flourishing because they just get to keep their stuff. They get to keep their heritage. They get to keep their people, their knowledge, and everyone on the surface gets reset every couple of thousand years.
She nods and says, there are civilizations that flourish in the deep, lands darkened deep within Gaian, which I've never visited, but they do sound fascinating. Though from what I've heard, the darkness has a danger to it in the deeper parts of the earth. It seems to cause madness and even over time drain the life force of any who cannot get access to light. So there
I will
are.
turn
Also,
towards.
also
I
a
will
lack
turn.
of sunlight can cause bone deformities
She nods. She says,
for
though,
for some species.
from what I know, there is a ritual to create things called sunstones. It's what our people use when they have to retreat to the to the darkness. It channels sunlight down in the darker areas below to allow the growing of crops, as well as, like you said, patchwork, to stop from the to stop our inability to have no sun from taking hold of us. She says, though I don't really know much about these rituals, and she's kind of looking around nervously, realizing this isn't probably not the best time to nerd out about this stuff.
I out of character, because I originally came from the Feywild and was trapped here. Are there calamities on the Feywild?
No, the Feywild and the Shadowfell, from what you know, are unaffected by the cataclysms. It's just Gaian.
Okay. Yeah.
Rob,
That
Rob
sucks.
will turn towards Eara, our dark elf, and say like, so I guess, guys, your people are pretty safe down there from all of those cataclysms, right?
Is Zahara with
Okay.
you right now?
I think she's at camp.
She's in the background, I guess.
I have
I think.
your people as, let me see, Lyra and Carter. Where is Iara
Yeah, I
right
don't
now?
think she came with us.
Okay, maybe.
I
Yeah,
think
I
she's
have her.
asleep.
No.
I have her at camp, so she's somewhere like in the background, but not with the group.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Lyra and Carter right now. And you can see them if you go to, if you ever want to know who's with you, if you go to the party under NPCs, those are the people who are with you. Background NPCs are usually like secondary people with you that don't fight in battle, but like. Wait, is Akrid still with you?
Who?
The
Imp?
that imp, yeah. Or did he stay at
No,
the
he stayed in the
labs?
library.
All right.
Yeah, he stayed in the labs.
I wonder why I put him in the background. Maybe because he was helping you at the time. All right, I should move him. General Vorgan's your sword, so that personality is still here. All right, so yeah, I'll put him back at the labs. But what do you wish to do?
So let's check
Move
what's up
forward.
here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go forward, but maybe someone with better eyes than me can go and scout ahead a little bit. I'm just afraid I may not be observant enough to catch something obvious.
All right. So yeah, it looks like the area is falling apart a bit. And when you get up
And
a little,
can I keep an eye out for like cracks in the floor? That's like survival, right?
yeah, I'll let you know if you notice anything. You see
Okay.
some old runes etched on the walls here that are very faintly glowing. You would see like a soft blue light coming from them, and they kind of pulse and then go out, then pulse and go out. Arcana might tell you something here.
Yeah. All right.
Oof, not having a good day. No, they just look strange to you, but that's not going to be enough to give you anything.
I don't know. Last time I saw runes on the wall, they were blowing up. I don't know. Let's try to throw a stone or something before we go there.
Well,
Can
that
can
didn't work. It'd
Lyra
have to be a rat.
Lyra, do you know what that is?
She kind of taps her chin and says, "Well, it seems like whatever it is low on energy. I'm guessing the fading of the light means that whatever magic is powering this is lacking. But that's all I know. Well, that's all I
Is
can
it just
guess.
on the wall or is it on the door?
It's on the wall over here, in two places. Both of them are kind of pulsing weakly. She says, "I don't think it'll explode, although, it wouldn't hurt to throw something at it just in case."
I toss a rock in
Rock.
front of it.
Yeah, I'll
Alright,
just
so
take one of those rocks from this pile and throw it here.
Alright, so yeah, it just kind of smacks into the wall and falls down, but nothing else seems to happen.
Well, that was the most scientific thing I could have done.
Lyra giggles a little. She says, "Oh, science is science, no matter how primitive."
Oh, could you describe to me
So,
these?
more bones. It looks like another vault door that may have been broken open, maybe some kind of inner defensive door. And there are a lot
Can,
more bones in this area. It looks
oh,
like maybe bodies were piled up at one point and
can
kind
I
of left
tell
to
what
rot.
kind of Can I tell what kind of creatures they are, or they were?
Yeah, give me another medicine. So you would guess again, like there were a bunch of dwarves and orcs that clashed here.
Hey, the two different piles, are they different types of, like, bones?
Do you
Or
want
are
to
they all
walk
just the
over and
same?
kind of investigate?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
walk to a few steps closer.
All right.
Careful with this corridor. It's like floor looks all cracked here.
So from here, it may just be two different piles of bodies. Something strange, though. You think you see what looks like a couple of very large swords laying with the bones in this pile.
There are swords in that pile back there, but I'm not sure. I have
I'll
a
Let
go
me
bad
take
take.
a
feeling
look.
about.
Let me
I
take a
have a
look.
bad feeling about getting closer to this.
Nah.
Hey Carter, you think you could use that sword?
What's the
Like
wrong that? What's the worst that can happen?
It's a pretty large sword. It's
undead.
almost as big as me. Those skeletons kind of concern me.
Why? They've already died once, they're nothing to fear.
As well.
Well, these kind of
That's what I'd say about a
battlefields
bunch of
and
spirits.
this amount of and this amount of death does tend to leave behind undead.
Alright, so as
Yeah.
you step forward, Robert, you would suddenly see the bones starting to move.
God
Oh
damn it!
fuck!
I was looking forward for a good sword.
Kind of as you look up,
What?
the bones
What did I tell you? Oh, for
reforge into a
uh,
very large looking creature with several of these large blades in its hands. Give me initiative rolls.
Oh,
I did tell you.
What the hell is that?
Bones.
Oh no.
What were you expecting? Me not to investigate those swords?
yeah. I mean, I wanted to see Carter swing around like guts.
Alright. So this creature almost seems confused at first, but does not look friendly. Almost as if it just woke up from being out of it for quite some time.
Is there any does the aura that it have, does it manifest somehow or not yet?
Well, let me see. Whose turn is it first? Is everyone rolled? Looks like. We have Carter. Alright.
Even though we're missing one person.
Oh,
Me.
Missing Calhoun.
okay. Oh, Calroon.
Very good.
Alright, so let me see. What can I tell you about this thing? So the bones on it seem to be unstable as they are continually kind of cracking and bursting, sending bone shards all around it. As it almost seems to pull more of the bones on the floor into it. So it looks like there are exploding spines coming off of it. That's the aura. You think probably ending your turn in that area might be dangerous. Though initially entering it might not get you hurt right away. But Kaladin, you can act first.
Okay. So the first thing I'll do is at the start of my turn, action free, I'll expend a focus point to attune to the elements.
Okay.
And I summon my water arms. Actually, I will use firearms this time, because with my action, I will take out the red gem, and say, Ignatius, wake up, and I'll spend 2 focus points to
Alright.
summon him.
So a fiery elemental comes into being. Go
Now
ahead
tell me,
and-
what's the range on the summon? You never gave me like a stat for that.
It'd probably be the same as the elemental summon, so I think it's like 30 feet.
Okay, I would like to get him. Can I move forward a little bit before I do that?
Sure.
I would just like to get him like kind of behind. creature.
Summon elemental is actually 90 feet.
So
If you
back
move
here
up.
would be no problem.
Yeah, that would be fine. Alright, so
Okay.
90 feet, yeah.
So I just click and drag him.
Yes.
Okay, where is he again? Is there like a summons?
I think he's under summon, which is under resources.
I see. Ignatius.
Alright.
And I believe he just shares my initiative, just like the spell, right?
He goes after you, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my action, and for my bonus action, I will just make that free unarmed strike. I'm not flurrying, and I'm gonna try to hit this guy.
Alright. Yeah,
That's the one.
21 is going to connect.
And I'm going to. That's 7 fire, and he needs to make a DC 16 strength save or be pushed back 10 feet.
Alright, and your push doesn't matter for his size?
No, it's in the description for elemental attunement that I posted.
Alright, what type of damage did you deal?
Fire.
Okay, so take 7 fire. Okay. Sure. And you push him back 5 feet?
It's a save, a strength
Oh,
save.
strength save? Let's
Yeah.
see.
DC 16.
Strength save. Alright, so it's going to fail with a +3 and be pushed back.
Should push him 10 feet.
10 feet, alright. He
And
can
I don't know
share
if
the
that
space
does
with the
anything.
fire elemental, so that will set him on fire.
Awesome.
Alright, what else?
That's all for Kaladin. So I guess it's Ignatius's turn now.
Alright, so Ignatius would go, which he can do his 2 attacks.
Yes. This is okay. So yeah, he does the multi-attack. So here's the first burn attack.
Yeah, 16 is its AC, so that is going to strike it.
I don't know if it's meant to whisper, but it is whispering.
Yeah, you can switch that in the creature's settings. Alright, so 10
hit,
fire
like-
damage. You hit that top gear, and one of the options is to make the creature not whisper. I can do it for you real quick.
Thank you.
Okay, second attack. Oh,
Natural
no,
1.
That is going to miss. As Ignatius is a bit distracted, unable to hit him a second time. What else?
It says at the end of each of the elementals' turn, each creature then a 10-foot emanation takes 5 or 1d10 fire damage.
At the end of its turn or their turn?
It says at the end of its turn.
Oh, the fire aura. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, roll a d10.
Okay.
Alright, so it takes another 3. Alright, and what else?
That's all for Ignatius. He's gonna stay in the bones and keep burning him.
Alright, Calroon.
All right. standing back here still, I am going to cast Scorching Ray on it.
Alright, so you fire 3 scorching rays. It would have cover because you have a bunch of allies in front of you.
Oh. Can I move to like up here and do it?
If you get behind,
I think if he's behind me, he's good, right? 'Cause you can shoot
he
over
would
my
have
shoulder.
to be behind Robert to have a clear view. Although,
Right here.
yeah,
It's like right here.
5, 10, 15, so 25 feet to the square will give you a clear view if you fire over Robert. Because even
Alright.
behind you, Robert would be giving him some cover.
Yeah.
So can I move to right there?
You have enough movement to
Still
make it right
being-
behind him.
Yeah, you have enough movement to get there. It does put you a little closer maybe than you'd want to be, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and make your 3 attacks. Now 13 is going to miss the first shot. 22 strikes with the second, though, burning him for 7 fire.
And then the third one.
Yeah, 17 beats his 16, so you torch him some more, burning the bones around him. Oh, and your fire elemental did take some damage from ending next to him. 8 piercing damage, which I think is halved because he has resistance to piercing.
I don't have control to like move the token, and so I can't adjust his health.
You don't?
I have access to the Ignatius sheet, but like I can't click on him and subtract health or move him.
Hang on. That shouldn't be the case. Oh, I think I know why. Sorry. Because he is representing a fire elemental, not Ignatius. What health was he at?
Full 93 should be.
So he took 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, you should have access to it now.
I do, thank you.
Alright, sorry, Calroon. Third attack struck for
Another 7.
another 7. Okay.
And I moved 25 feet to get there. I have 30 foot of movement, so I'm going to move 1 step back.
Okay, back up a bit. Ending Calroon's turn, Patchwork.
I am going to move down here. Can I hit it from here, or is that cover?
With an attack, it would be cover from Robert, unless you're using a dex save or something.
Okay, where would I have to move?
You have to
Like
get
up-
adjacent to
up
Robert.
here?
One of the squares adjacent to him to fire over him.
Okay, then I'll move over here and first use my first guiding bolt of the day.
Alright. So you summon...
No.
But unfortunately, the guiding bolt will go wide, flying past the creature. What else?
Well, frustrated, and because no one is very wounded yet, I am going to use a wild shape Starry form to. I'll use the archer,
Okay.
and I can make a bonus action attack with that.
Alright, so you take on the archer form, firing a bolt of
Come on.
starry energy. Oh, but no, it's just gonna bounce
am-
off his armor. His
Okay,
bony armor.
and I can't see how. Okay, I still can't see how far that is, but I think that's 10 feet, so I'll move back 10 feet again. That's my full movement, and that's my turn.
Alright. So that's it for you. Nil. You don't think this is an undead. You think this is some form of golem.
Okay.
Right, I wanted to say something on my turn and I forgot. Can I still do that?
Sure.
Try using bludgeoning damage. Some bone things don't like that.
Alright.
I hit him with the side of my axe.
Well,
Okay.
axes don't do bludgeoning, unfortunately.
No. How about if I hit him with the handle?
Is fine.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk up and hit him with a true strike.
Alright, so you go up, going for some radiant damage, swinging at him. Oh yeah, 26 would definitely connect. Smacking him for 22 radiant. As you sear his bones. What else?
If he's gonna attack me, I'll give myself Shield of Faith.
Alright, so you gain some AC. As the holy light comes around you, focusing in and helping protect you. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, so at the end of your turn, these spines would riddle you for 8 points of piercing. There's more.
Instantly make a con save. I forgot about that immediately.
No worries. Alright, concentration.
Oh, that's where it just goes. That'll be fun.
Oh!
Yeah.
So as you are concentrating, you suddenly take a spine to the shoulder and lose focus. Like, ah, damn it.
Huh.
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Robert.
Robert will shout, Nil, let's move away from this area of bones while we can. I'll move here,
Okay.
and I'll attack him first.
Alright, so you rush up, slashing at him. 24 will connect. Cutting him for...
So cool.
Let's see. Yeah, cutting it for 13 slashing damage.
Plus fire.
Plus another 3, okay.
And I will use my maneuvering strike
Mm-hmm.
for 7 more
Oh,
and allow Nil to move away.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so Nil backs up as he's being pelted by all these pieces of bone. Ah.
Then let me, 1 second, let me remove my superiority dice. Good. Then I will do a second attack on him.
Alright, second slash. Oh, 15 is not going to be enough. That just misses.
I will use another.
Does the elemental give flank?
It would
either
not
as
give
spider?
flank because it would have to be on the other side of him.
Okay, it
Yeah.
can't be in him. That's fair.
It cannot be
Yeah.
inside, yeah.
I will use precise precision
Okay.
strike.
So you spend a dice. Superiority dice, which will confirm the hit because you only need 1. So go ahead and roll damage. Alright, another 14 slashing as more bones snap and break.
I will action search.
Alright, taking another slew of attacks. Oh, but 12 is not going to be enough. It will actually block that one with its bony arm. One of its arms.
And last attack.
16 is just enough, so that will connect for another 16 points.
Yes, and now there is one thing. Does it look like it has reach?
Yeah, I believe it has, let me see, 10-foot reach.
Uh, then, with my last attack, I will spend another superiority die
Okay.
to use my new thing. First of all, it will be as additional d8.
Okay, goading attack. So that was on the 16 damage you dealt. Another
Yes.
4. Okay. All right. So he has to do a wisdom save. So what's the DC on that?
Ooh, let me check. I'm not used to DCs. But this should be 3 plus 4, 15? Normal,
All right.
yeah.
So with a -1, it is going to fail that wisdom save. So it is goaded.
Okay. And it is also sapped because of my last attack.
All right. So yeah,
And
disadvantage on the first attack.
what I'm gonna do, because I don't want it, because if I stay in his aura, I will be hit by his bones and
Mhm.
I will lose my blur. So I would rather, while it has disadvantage, move away, allowing it an opportunity attack while I at disadvantage,
Okay.
not to lose my blur.
So it will attack at disadvantage, swinging one of its massive greatswords. Luckily, that is not going to be enough, so it will miss you on that swing. And you notice that it doesn't actually spend its attack of opportunity. Like, it can swing
Ooh.
again because of all its arms.
Ooh.
So you don't
Interesting.
think it, or if it has a limit to attacks of opportunity, you're not sure what it is yet.
Okay.
All right, anything
Then,
else?
no, I'll stay here.
All right, Carter.
Okay. Well,
He says,
Carter.
showing off, so you're going to make me do something crazy.
I mean, he would be the one to be able to go toe to toe with this guy because he can gain resistance to the damage type that this guy does. So I think that's what he will do. He'll spend his action to switch into his bear form.
Okay.
And there's a way you taught me how to switch his token over. Do you right click the token?
Yeah, you right click it and do multi-sided, and then you choose the bear side.
Choose the bear. Oh, that's so cool. And does his movement speed stay the same? I think so.
Yeah, I
Oh
believe
no, 40
so.
foot. He gets 10 more feet of movement.
Okay, yeah.
So he will move 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna stay outside of the bone range for now because he wouldn't be able to attack anyways, but he's like growling, he's ready to pounce.
He's readying an attack.
Well, I used his action already, but
Oh, okay, the transform, yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
so that's it for him. And
Yes.
Bottom of the round, the monstrosity finally gets to do something. He is going to...
he is burning, correct? Does that happen at the start?
Yes, he is burning. So I think that's D10 damage. Or, yeah, I think it's D10. Alright, so he burns for 8. He is going to move forward to here and slash at Robert. You see him raise his great swords and come down, slashing with them. 3 attacks.
First is a disadvantage because of the
Yeah, the blur.
sap.
Or in the sap. So 21 though I think is gonna hit, even with disadvantage.
Yep.
So you are cut for 21 slashing.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, you're no longer blurry. Second attack, oh no, 15 is going to miss. So you jump to the side as the sword clangs against the floor. And a third attack, 20 is your AC, so that's just going to hit. Hitting you for another 22 slashing.
This guy hits like a truck.
That is going to be it for him. So top of the new round, Kaladin.
Okay.
Oh, for some reason, when you come back into the game, sometimes you have to delete the plus 15 and re-enter it, or else it doesn't know, like, to just put that to your max. You see what I mean? Like, it's saying plus 15 instead of just adding it on your token.
So you want me to delete that and then add it again?
Yeah, so if you go to your sheet, just delete the plus 15, like, then... And, yeah, so that fixes it usually.
Okay, and then go plus 15 again, enter.
Yeah.
Does that look good now?
Yeah.
I
Alright,
see. Okay.
so what do you want to do?
Well, I've got the reach from here.
Yeah.
So I can't grapple him because he's too big, unless I like drink a potion that makes me grow. But I think what I'll do is just attack with my reach. I'm not well. I could deflect blows on one of his attacks possibly. I don't know if I'm tanky enough to go toe to toe with this guy. So what I'm going to do is just use my unarmed strikes.
All right.
And so we'll do fiery arms, and I'm sort of like mirroring.
Whips.
Yeah, mirroring Ignatius.
All right.
So here's first attack.
But 16 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. I will do it again.
27 will connect on the second one.
13 fire.
Burning him for another 13. Alright. What else?
And I think I will make him force the saving throw to push him back. I don't know if that helps anybody, but it might.
Strength save.
DC 16.
He will fail.
Just push back 10.
Being knocked back with your fiery whip of an arm.
Okay, and then I'll step forward to within 15 feet of it again. I spend my last focus point and flurry of blows, so 2 more strikes.
Alright. 15 is going to just miss. Bounces off
One
his
more.
armor. Oh,
no, I miss.
That's going to miss as well.
He's got a good
Alright.
armor class.
Anything else?
And then I will step back.
Alright, so he is moving faster now, and at the end of your turn, he springs forward 30 feet as he spins around, swords flashing
Holy.
everywhere. I need deck saves from everyone. DC.
Does Ignatius get an Oppie?
No Oppie on that. It's a free movement. So Ignatius would have to make the deck save as well.
Okay.
DC 16.
Toll.
Dashing flurry. So if
Oh my
you
gosh.
fail the save, it's 18 slashing. If you make the save, it's 9.
What's the DC?
16. DC deck save.
Okay, so Kaladin made it. So he takes 8.
Yeah, so if you made it, you
Right.
take 8. Unless you have evasion.
I don't.
So that was his legendary strike, or that legendary strike at the end of your turn. Calroon.
And I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
Ignatius failed, but he still only takes half because it was like piercing damage, right?
Slashing,
slashing
but
damage.
yes, if you have resistance, it would be halved.
Okay.
The
So he
fire
takes 8.
elemental also has resistance, so it would also only take 8. Or 9, sorry.
Did
Alright.
Carter need to make it?
Everyone had to make that. I think everyone was within 10 feet of it as it moved. Because
Okay, I'll
basically
make
it
him
just
make it.
kind of spun around slashing as it rushed forward.
He failed, but he still only takes half because he's resistant in his bear form.
Yeah. Alright, so
he'll-
Calroon, what do you want to do?
Well, I don't like where I'm at right now,
Standing under him? That makes sense.
and I don't want to run away because I know for a fact that's going to give him an oppie attack on me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I think I'm actually going to do is use Misty Step,
Smart. Alright.
Awesome.
So,
and I am going to basically teleport 30 feet, and I'm going to go outside in the hallway to right here.
alright. So as you're standing under him, explosions of bone everywhere, you suddenly just step into the mist, reappearing down the hall, much safer.
That's awesome.
And that is going to be my turn as I'm looking at how much scratches I got.
Well, that's only a bonus action.
Yeah, you do still have your action if you want to cast a cantrip.
I will cast a cantrip. I will cast Ray of Frost on him.
Alright, so you attempt to blast him with some frost.
Hang on.
Yeah, 22 will strike, which also I think reduces his movement, right? So
Yeah, by 10 feet, and that was a terrible damage roll.
Alright, so he takes 3 cold and is slowed until I think your next turn.
Yeah, it says in the spell basically, his speed is reduced by 10 until the end of my next turn.
Alright, patchwork.
Oh boy.
So there's a bunch of spines exploding around you suddenly. Ah! Oh, and he does still seem focused on Robert. So I'll put the red dot.
Alright then. I really want to get out of his aura, so disengaging is an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll action disengage and move my full movement over here.
Alright, so you rush
And
out.
I'll do a bonus action healing word. 1 second.
Alright.
I'm going to do a 3rd level because I have nothing else to spend the spell slots on for Rob.
Alright, so
That's
you
also +5.
channel some energy. Rob, you feel a bit better, gaining 22.
That's
Thank
my
you.
turn.
Alright.
No problem.
Nil.
Yeah.
All these spines exploding around you, these bone spurs everywhere. What are you gonna do?
I am going to True Strike.
You do have to move out of his square before you attack, but yes, you can absolutely true strike.
Okay.
Alright, so you back up, swinging at him. Oh, 15 is gonna miss, unfortunately, because you don't really have a flank.
No.
Alright, so that bounces off
Even with
his
Carter.
armor. With Carter, you would have to be opposite diagonal.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
I will use Healing Word on myself.
Alright.
3rd level.
So you channel some energy to heal yourself. Okay, so you gain back 18 points of health. Feeling a bit better. What else? And yeah, we can take a break in a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking
That's
at
it.
the top of the hour.
All right, so Robert, I'll end out
I take damage.
the round. Yes. Sorry, being in the aura, you would take 8 piercing. Pew, 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 as a bunch of spurs hit you. Good, Robert.
Okay. Robert would move around here to have a flank with Nil.
Okay. So you gain flank +2.
Then attack him twice.
Oh, yeah, 28 strikes with the first hit, and that is going to knock him into 2 levels of wound. Plus another 6, so yeah, 19 damage.
Another hit.
18 will strike as well, doing another 15. As it breaks several more of the large amount of bones that are on this creature. Anything else?
I will use bonus action to heal with second wind.
Okay, so second wind. Gaining some more endurance, some stamina. Hyping yourself up. I can do this. But then you would take 8 points as a errant bunch of spurs strike you from the explosions. Alright, so that's it for Robert. Carter.
Carter is going to, if he steps here, he can flank, right?
Yes.
And he will unleash beastly attacks. So first his strong attack is bite.
Alright, so yeah, he bites into the bones. Unfortunately, this piercing seems to be less effective, and he only does 4 points.
Okay, well, he will then swipe with a claw, which is slashing.
Alright, yeah, 17 will strike as well, and that does normal 13 slashing. As he
And
cuts up some of the bone.
I think that will be the end of his turn.
Alright, so at the end of the round, the monstrosity.
He burns, correct?
Yes, did Kaladin not move on his turn? Oh no, he did at the end of
jumped
your
up.
turn, that's
Yeah.
right. Alright, so yeah, how much does he burn for?
2.
Takes 2 fire damage. You don't have your effect on him anymore, right, Robert?
No, he has sap because
He does have
I hit
sap,
him.
though, yeah. Alright, I think he is
But
going
no
to...
goading anymore.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go... No, you know what? He'll keep attacking you, because Nil didn't actually hit him. So yeah, he's gonna go for you. Plus you're not blurry. So, Great Sword.
First with disadvantage.
Oh, lucky. That would make the 22 a 9, so that is going to miss. On the first attack, as your Vex pays off. Second swipe.
I will use warding
Oh, you sons of bitches. Alright.
on from this one.
Shoot a bunch of light in his eye. Ah! Just swings wildly. Alright, go ahead, spend your reaction.
And he gets the temp HP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to miss. 26 becomes
How
an
much do I get?
18.
How much temp? 14.
14.
Ooh.
Third swipe. Oh, 22 is going to hit on the third, cutting you for 21 slashing. And
Holding on, guys. Thank you, Nil.
he gets his legendary actions back.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. Doesn't he have a bonus action? guess not. Okay. So.
Top 10 things you don't want to hear.
Hmm.
Doesn't he have a bonus action?
Yeah, I think that's it for him. New round, Kaladin.
Okay.
Can we have a break maybe from beginning of the
Yes,
round?
that's right.
We promised.
Let's do a 10-minute break.
All right.
Everyone
I'll
grab-
be right back.
So I didn't take the feat yet. I just took an ability score improvement.
I'm back.
Hello.
I think I forgot to take Ignatius's turn last time, but it's fine. He will take it this turn for sure.
Hmm. I didn't take a feat yet. I just took the ability score improvement.
Mm.
Because now I have the strength required to actually wear heavy armor, and my wisdom is at 16. So
Nice.
yeah, that was more important to me at this moment.
Yeah.
Because I really I want to have my movement, and currently I can only wear heavy armor because I have the gauntlets of ogre something. Ogre power. And I don't know, I just wanted to remove that weakness before it could bite me in the ass.
Mm. What do you plan on getting rid of those gauntlets?
Well, they are attunement, so eventually if there is items I really want to attune to, then I can now unattune the gauntlets without the penalty.
Mm.
But that kind of bothered me in the other group with Patchwork, because that she could only wear the armor because she had the item, that item. and that always felt like a weakness.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've already ran into the issue of attunement slots with this character because I have some very powerful magic items, but all of them are attunement. So
Yeah, but next level up, I'll get the feat, whichever one.
Yeah.
Thing is, resilient constitution would fit Patchwork, like how I imagine her, because she's very tough.
yeah,
But Warcaster could be so much utility.
Warcaster is very, very good. It's a very good spell.
Yeah.
I'm
But yeah,
back.
anyway, next. Yeah, but next level up, I'll get the feat, whichever one I decide on. I can't decide right now. But I'll have to wait until level 11. But I've made a plan on what I want to increase at which level
Hmm.
and where I want to end up.
Yeah, I've sort of made it up as I went. I always had the idea that the fighter, the fighter dip would be, very strong. But I like it so far. I mean, that extra attack is, it's simple, but very cool.
I'm going pure cleric. I can't wait to ask God for help once a
Hey,
day.
Yeah,
your character's strong.
Yeah. It just
Yeah,
feels like
I-
I'm playing last level now because I have like the same HP I did before. It's
I
pretty much
I
what that
don't.
training life did.
Yeah, I think I won't get the whole ask God for help thing, but I will get the last subclass feature, which allows me to heal at maximum all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, because the new divine intervention seems really, really, really strong.
It is
What is
very.
it? What does it do?
You can use any level 5 or below a spell as like an action,
Hmm.
which
You can
means that
just
I can do
ask
prayer of healing as a action in
God for
combat,
help.
which gives everyone everything back.
I remember.
Oh.
I remember. There was actually like a bonkers things there that you could do. You could do something like
Hallowed,
there
I
are
think.
there are some spells that require hours to cast, like aerial consecration, desecration. Like
Yeah,
there is
Hallow. Yeah, I can
Hallow,
do.
for example, and you could just do Hallow on a whole dungeon, and undead take damage there for like a day, and they all die.
Yeah.
Also, you can make like a creature or creatures in the area vulnerable to one type of damage.
Exactly.
Yep.
For example, like bludgeoning, and then
Yeah.
Kaladin just kills them. No, but
But it's
better.
also
Like,
us.
you know that there is some area, like here, for example, there is a lot of undead. You can take like 1 square mile, and undead in this 1 square mile will take like d6 per round or 2d6 per round, and we just wait and they all die.
Yeah. Well, it's actually different. So, Hallow's now 60 feet and it has different effects. Like, you can choose a creature type out of like Aberration, Celestial, Elemental, Fey, Undead. Creatures of the
Maybe
type
this is
can't
not
enter the
how.
area, and any creature inside can't be possessed, charmed, or frightened by them. And then I get to add an additional one saying they
I
can't be
think then
frightened.
I'm thinking about a different spell, but I think it's still like there was a different spell then.
Yeah.
Not hollow. Let me quickly check that.
Yeah. I can fill it all with darkness. I can fill it all with daylight. I can give everything fear. I can give everything resistance. I can give everything silence. But I think it's mostly used for just giving everyone all their short rest stuff back. That seems very strong. Or you can do like funner stuff like casting Geas on people. Or Legend Lore. So I think you don't also need the component. I think it just does it. So I can just cry to God to bring someone back. Ray's dead. But yeah, a little bit ahead of myself. Well, is that really your...
Do you have to spend material component for divine
No.
intervention?
It's a prayer. It's for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
My
if God
big-
says, "Yeah, you get one. You get this one for free, buddy."
Yeah, my big shooting star god in the sky has got my back. Who has yours? And the
You
answer's
could
me.
do awaken.
Well,
which usually-
it's on the cleric spell list.
It is.
I-
No,
is
it's
it?
druid. No, it's druid.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, it's druid.
I
You
guess
could
you
do
summon
planar-
Celestial.
Planar
I could ask it
binding.
for a thing. Yeah. What's also like crazy ones? I mean, I guess. So what do you get back on a short rest? Do you get your accent surge and your superiority dice and the
Basically, get everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Me and Rob get a lot from a short rest.
Yeah. And Grink also gets his bardic inspiration.
Bardic.
Yep.
Uh,
And Calroon can get spells back.
Yep,
Yeah.
I can get
Only once per
3
day.
levels of
You
spell
can get
back.
it for every short rest.
I don't know what clerics get. I don't think
I-
druids
we
get
just
anything.
no, we don't get very much. I get my channel divinity back and my
Oh.
warding flare.
But
So
that's
not
very good.
awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Did you get all your warding flares or only one?
Yes, all of them.
Which is also very good.
When I take a short rest, I get back 1 channel divinity and 1 wild shape.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Nope.
Because your wild shapes are your starry forms, and those are pretty good.
Yep.
Bonus action, damage, or healing, right?
Yeah, or some concentration
Concentration.
checks stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And channel divinity is also healing. That's like the so and so many HP up to half rounded down.
And that's not mentioning, being able to spend hit dice to basically heal up to full usually. So it's
Yeah.
very good. Short rests are very good.
If you do this with short rest, divine intervention, can you also spend hit die? Heal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, that's an actual short rest, so you can just basically reset. That's very good.
Yeah.
But he could only do that once a day. The prayer of healing says.
Yeah.
Oh no. I feel like there should be like some cooldown because if we're asking it for every day, it seems a bit needy. From
It is.
God.
Like guys, Wish used to do a very similar thing. It was like full heal plus restore all spell points, and it is very similar.
Well, I do get that also level 20. I can now call an even more powerful divine intervention. When you use it, you can choose wish when you select a spell.
So do you literally get you can basically just ask God for anything.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it means I can
God,
use
can you
any level
please
8
call
spell.
down Meteor
Also-
Swarm, please? Or
Well, yeah.
what Wish is like 8th level and lower, right?
Yeah.
So what's a good like powerful 8th level spell?
Alright, is everyone back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Get back to it. Alright, so we were just getting into a new round with Kaladin. So
Yes.
what do you want to do, Kaladin?
So I definitely need to move out of the way of this thing. So I will move up here, or maybe here if I can get flanking.
Okay. So 15 feet up there.
And I know it's gonna do half damage, but I will still open with the short sword strike.
Alright, stab at it. 16 will just hit.
Okay.
Stabbing it for 5 piercing.
And then I will do a fiery whip attack.
Alright. 22 strikes for another
I'm
6
gonna reroll
fire.
that.
Or 12.
I can reroll one unarmed strike.
Okay, so 12 fire.
And then for my bonus action, I'll do the free unarmed strike.
Alright, so 17 will just hit. Do another 6 fire.
And does that say damage reroll? Whenever you roll a damage of your unarmed strike, you can reroll the die if it rolls a 1. There's no limit on that, right? So I can reroll this one too?
Yeah, it looks like it. Just have to use the new roll. So 9, okay.
And then I get the free Nick dagger attack,
Alright, yeah,
which
that
will only do
will
half because it's piercing.
strike for another 5. Okay. What
Uh,
else?
That's the end of my turn,
Alright,
but Ignatius gets to go after me.
so you would take 8 piercing, ending your turn in here. You were shot with a bunch of spines. And the creature is going to... Let's see. I think you did hit it this time, didn't you, Nil?
Did I? I don't think I've
Missed.
hit it.
I
Still.
missed with True Strike.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess, yeah, it'll swing at... With its legendary action, it's going to swing at... Wait, let me see something. No, you know what? It's just going to use its thing. Its 3-point big thing, where it flings itself 30 feet. So I just need deck saves from everyone again.
Oh, it does it on the way. Okay.
Also me, I was out of the aura.
It would not affect you, because you were out of the aura.
Okay.
You weren't in its reach.
Why me?
It's mostly just to kind of move this out here and to hit as many people as possible. And that fire elemental is annoying. It doesn't hit it as hard. So... Luckily it's not rolling very well in these damage rolls. 14 slashing or 7 if you've made the saving throw.
And I need to make the dex throw too,
Yeah.
since it whooped me. Oh. What was the saving?
DC is 16. If you made it, you take 4, or if you failed it, you take 14 slashing. If you made it, you take 7.
Carter failed, but he still only takes half.
Yeah, because he would have his resistance. Alright, so Kaladin, that was at the end of your turn, so your fire elemental goes.
Yes. he doesn't have like a special he doesn't have like a special teleport or anything, right?
I don't think so. He just has.
He has 50
movement.
feet of movement.
Yeah, so he does have a lot of movement.
So I can get right up to him. So I will.
All right, so you
Ignatius will.
command the fire elemental to go and attack as he flies over.
And he'll make 2 burn attacks.
Yeah, 17 strikes with the first one, doing 8 fire. Second attack. Oh, now that is gonna miss. All
He'll
right,
make fire primordial noises.
burning, hissing. Anything else?
That will be all.
All right, so at the end of... Oh, wait, no. He used his legendary... Oh, wait, that costs 3. So he does have 1 more point. I think he's going to try to attack Calroon at the end of the Fire Elemental's turn.
I do believe... I don't want to burn Calroon, but I do believe Ignatius burns things at the end of his turn.
Yeah, within
Does it
10
say
feet of
he
it.
may do it, or it says he does it?
This is at the end of each of the elemental's turn, each creature in 10-foot emanation.
So yeah, it's no choice, then that would burn both of them.
Mm.
So 8 fire.
Both of you take 8 fire. So Calroon, you take 8, and the creature takes 8. And
Does
it's
that
going
mean
to...
I am on fire now?
Yes. That, I believe, ignites as well. So he's going to swing down at you with his greatsword. Oh, luckily he misses. Alright, that's it for Kaladin and his fire elemental. Calroon, at the start of your turn, you take 1d10 fire. What the hell? So 2 points of fire damage. It's the bad part of the elemental. Just
very
setting
bad.
shit on fire. What do you want to do, Calroon?
Well, again, I don't like where I'm at right now.
It's fair.
So I have 1 more second level spell slot, and I'm going to use Misty Step again to get out of it.
Okay.
So
Which way?
there's I'm going to warp to right here.
Wow. Okay.
And that was my action, or no, that was a bonus action.
Yeah.
You still have movement as well.
Yeah, you might want to use that movement.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
gonna
so
use
if
movement.
he runs back into the corridor, you won't get hit. Maybe
Just
if you
FYI,
also
these
move.
bones are difficult terrain. I don't know if that changes where you want to poof to.
It does. Let me see. I was right here. I'm gonna move up to right here instead.
All right.
Then I'm going to run 30 feet away. Back 30 more feet. So I'm going to go to right here.
Okay.
And as my action, I'm going to actually put myself out because I don't like being on fire.
All right. Stop, drop, and roll. All right. So you extinguish the flames, ending your turn. Patchwork.
Okay, I have with my channel divinity, I can give 20 hit points. If I try to see how hurt Calroon is, would that take an action or something?
So in combat, it's a bonus action to assess.
Okay, that's not what I want. Yeah, okay, I'll just guess. I'll do an action. Channel Divinity, Preserve Life. And I'll give 15 to Calrune. That's up to half, rounded down. And I'll give the other 5 go to Rob. Then I'll
Alright, so 15 to
one
Calrune, and Rob gets 5.
I'll move here and I'll use my bonus action to do a healing word, 3rd level for Nil. That's also plus 5 because
Alright.
of
So
Life Cleric.
24 back to nil. The Warforged channels a bunch of healing energy, and the creature is now looking towards Patchwork.
And 1 second, I moved from there. That was 10 feet. Do I see that thing looking at me?
Yeah, it turns at you as it sees all this healing energy come off you.
Yeah. I'll move back in hopes that I am out of its range if it runs towards me.
So as you move back, it is going to turn towards Kaladin.
Mhm.
Alright,
That big
anything
boy.
else?
That's my turn.
Alright, Nil.
Okay.
So that's 15 feet of movement.
Yep. Get them. I will use Scorching Ray.
Alright, so you fire at the creature. It would have some cover. So its AC is 18 from ranged right now. Because the fire elemental's in the way.
Okay. So it's each one to be plus. Oh.
Two.
So that's roll.
Alright, so you miss with the first. The second one will strike with a 27, hitting for 10 fire, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's both attacks.
Yeah, I did them both together. I
Oh,
rolled.
so that's, I see. Alright, so he is struck by 2 of the blasts for 10 fire damage.
Right.
And that will put him into a 3rd level of wounds. You would notice the spine explosions becoming more intense. Anything else?
I'll step back like that.
Alright, ending your turn, Robert.
You're getting closer to me.
Stop moving up! Get away from me! Okay, Robert. I will spend 20. I will spend 10 feet of my movement to jump 30 towards him.
There is a door in the way here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the door. So, okay,
Yeah, it's the
okay,
vault
okay.
door, so you would have to go around it.
Let me think. Then Can I jump over fire elemental?
What's the height you can jump up to? I mean, you could jump
Doesn't
through
say.
him, which would set you on fire. I don't know. So the boots don't.
They just say 30 feet jump.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's like the minimum height if it's a long jump. So you could jump through him, but you'd set yourself on fire.
Don't you have the ring of fire, whatnot?
Yeah, but I
That's
don't
true.
want to. Like it's resistance, but I don't want to get on fire anyway. Okay, let me
Right.
then. I'll just then do.
Because
let's
usually
do-
high jump, you can jump up to your strength modifier plus 3. And
But
he's
is
like,
there a way for me to move through this elemental without setting myself on fire? Like there is no real way for me. He's
so
in the way.
you could move through his squares without setting yourself on fire. Well, you know what? I'll say like he'll move out of the way, so sure you can jump through.
Okay. Then this would be 30 movement towards here. 30 feet jump.
Yeah,
Like do
though
a bit
that
of
would be
mark.
entering his square, so you'd have to jump
Yeah,
to
yeah,
here.
yeah. It's fine. Because that was 10 feet of movement, and I would use another 5 feet to move away.
Well, technically, you can't enter his square at all unless you do an overrun or a tumble.
Okay, then I would
then
just make this
jump to,
five
like,
five movement.
here?
First, I will make 5 movement,
Gotcha.
5 feet
Yeah,
movement.
so that would work.
Then I do like a jump towards here.
All right, so then you jump through the fire elemental square. He'll move out of the way. All right.
He'll duck. Yes, and now I'll just do 2 attacks.
All right. So you cut at him.
Wait a second. If I would fire elemental allow me to flank?
You'd have to get over here.
Yes, which I still have 15 feet of movement. That's
So
just
if you
enough.
got over there, yes, that would be a flank. All right. So
Yes, I
23
will
strikes with the first cut, slashing the creature for 9. Are you re-rolling?
Yes, I'm rerolling and adding. Yes, not too much of a reroll,
10.
but still, and adding fire damage.
All right, D6. So that's going to be 16.
Oh, good. Save the attack.
All right.
Yes, then
So he
second
is
attack.
looking very wounded at this point. Second attack is going to strike as well. Cutting into him for another 9 slashing.
And I will use another goading attack.
All right. So wisdom save.
Yes.
All right. So he fails again, -1 to his roll, and he is goaded.
Extra damage.
And he will indeed target you.
And he's sapped, and I will second wind.
All right. Carter. Oh, the slow is gone now.
When you second wind, by the way, you can move without taking obbies. But Carter will.
Oh, and you take 8 damage at the end of your turn from these spikes.
I don't want to move closer to fire elemental.
Yeah, he hurts.
He'll
No,
burn
fair enough. Carter will move 5, 10. Can he move through the space?
Yeah, the fire elemental is an ally, so he's not going to prevent your movement. You can move through his space.
15, 25. Can he? That would be 2 diagonal, so this is as far as he can go.
Yeah.
And he knows the bite isn't as effective, so he's just going to do 2 claw attacks.
All right. So
With flank.
25, yeah, that's going to strike with the first.
Ooh, good damage.
And as you claw, you just kind of tear away his leg. And he falls to the side. As he strikes the floor, he is going to self-destruct. I need... Or wait. Dex saves from... Let's see. Luckily, you are just out of it, Kaladin. The 3 of you there, I need dex saves. Alright. DC 16 again. If you fail it, you take 26. If you make it, you take 13.
And both of them are resistant to the piercing damage, so they should both just take 13, even though they both failed.
Yeah, and he is going to take fire damage at the end of... or wait, I guess the elemental could move away, so he doesn't have to take it. Alright, so the creature has been slain. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
you
collect
will.
the essence.
Lyra would say, what the
This
hell
was
was that thing?
this was a big one, powerful one. Kaladin, do you wanna or Calruin, do you wanna take a look at the assets? This may be potent.
Yes.
I did tell you guys not to get close to the bones.
Well, how else should we have gotten through here, right?
We
Uh,
Just wanted
can't
to
go
know
through
who
here.
made such a
This is a dead
monstrosity.
end. Oh wait, no, there's a door.
Yes, there is a door to the north here. And the
Ah,
hallway
help.
continues
I'm
south.
stuck under the monstrosity. I can
I'll try
circulate.
to.
Oh, we got to clear it off for a.
Oh,
What?
he's-
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he was stuck under the token, so I just lifted it up and helped him out.
Alright,
I
so
would like to try to listen if anything's moving behind this door.
alright, so Calroon was collecting some essence.
Yes.
Let's see, what is this? So the essence of this creature does look fairly potent. You think, like the other essence, there might be some research opportunities here.
Ooh.
Yes. Would I be able to? We should be able to do like swords do some extra piercing damage now.
Oh, you don't know. You're not sure if it'll work the same as the fire elemental. It's not like
that's
radiating.
only example I have.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But okay, so you said you were gonna check out the door patchwork.
Yeah, just trying to see if anything's moving behind it.
So there are some old dwarven markings. Do you have? You speak dwarven, right?
Yes.
Right. So it looks like it's labeled as laboratory area ahead. Is what it says on the door, carved into it, and then danger underneath. You don't think these carvings were part of the original markings? Someone may have come back later and carved this into the door. Probably someone who spoke Dwarven.
Rob looks at monstrosity. Looks
okay.
at Calru.
So
looks
both
at
of them.
Well, hang on a
Sorry.
second. I'll let sure, go ahead. Patchwork. What were you saying?
So, are both of the carvings new or just the danger?
Both of them are done more recently. So maybe
Okay.
someone warning that something dangerous might be in the lab ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
Rob looks at monstrosity, looks at Calruin, and says, "Come on, what were your friends? What were your dwarven relatives up to? Did you create that?"
Well, if I knew what they were up to, I wouldn't be down here investigating that. I have no idea what made this creature. If you give me a moment, I might be able to think of something, but I don't think this was the work of a dwarf.
Investigation might tell you something.
Just a quick question for that. Did you take that essence, Cal, Rune, or did you put it in the bag of holding? Or...
I took the essence. It's in my inventory.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
You said investigation?
Yeah. So you would notice that one of the hands of the creature has kind of like this large metal, almost like a like bludgeoning instrument on it. Might be some kind of battering ram. These might be the siege creatures that broke the doors open. So you don't know if the dwarves made this. It might have been made by whoever was attacking this place.
Well, guess we figured out how they open the big doors. My assumption's this guy.
Hey, Patchwork.
So it appears that behind the store is a laboratory. Someone has left markings here. These are new. These are
Patrick, could you help
Uh,
translate for me? I want to talk to Ignatius for a second.
oh yeah. So yeah, whoever left these markings also warns us of danger. So maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should rest before we open that door.
Yeah.
Yes.
think
What do
rat-
you want to say?
Very,
Uh,
very useful.
I'll walk up to him, obviously 10 feet away, so that he doesn't burn me. And is there a way that you can control the amount of heat that you're putting off, Ignatius?
I'll translate.
So he will say, "This cannot be controlled. I burn with fiery vengeance. Anything that is close."
I understand. Okay, well, we'll just try to position you towards the people we want to burn and keep you a little bit away from the people that we don't want to burn. How about that?
That would be wise. As he continues to let off a large amount of heat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like, asking a fire to be cold. Doesn't really work, does it?
He says no.
No, not really.
Actually, he would be giving off a good amount of light, too. Oh, is it just 5? Maybe it's just 5. I thought it was more.
Illumination. 30 foot bright, 30 foot dim.
Oh, is it 30? I wonder why I was just set to 5.
But I will say, you did a good job, Ignatius. We just have to be more careful next time.
I burn for you.
Stop.
Don't make it weird. Alright, what are you gonna do?
Well, I guess we'll check out this. Maybe we're resting.
Well, that came through Patchwork translation. I'm gonna open this door.
Alright, so the door is locked.
Ah,
Thank goodness.
Makes sense why the warning was put up. Someone locked it afterwards.
that's not very considerate.
You could probably break it open. It'll just take some time. Unless you try to just,
I
like,
would
strength
rather
it
take a
open.
breather, guys.
Could we please wait until the group has recovered?
Exactly.
Please.
Alright, so you want to try to pass some time here to treat your wounds?
Yes.
Well, I don't mind cure wounding us up, just to get us moving through here faster. I don't want to be here any longer than I need to be.
Well, part of the benefit of a short rest is resources that we get back.
Yeah, but I don't know if this empty space with no door that we can lock is the best place for a short rest.
Can we close these big doors?
Those doors are pretty busted up. You can attempt to, like, push them back into place with a very high strength check.
Maybe Carter and Robert together might be able to do it.
Yeah, let's try.
Alright, give me 2 strength checks.
I have a strength of 19. I can maybe also help.
Oh, we can do the other door.
Swole work.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll try the other one. That's
All right, so let's see. No, none of you guys are able to get these doors moving. They're pretty badly broken. They're very heavy.
not even a 17.
No, you probably would have needed
Oh.
a 20.
Oh, okay.
You don't think you'll be able to move these?
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
I still think it's wise, and even if you want to take 10 minutes to set up a magical dome, Calroon, I'd still think it'd be wise to rest in here.
Yep.
All right. So I will take 10 minutes to put up Liam's tiny hut.
Alright, so you attempt to pass 10 minutes.
If I do that ritual, does it still count as a spell slot?
No.
No, it's
No? Okay,
yeah.
that's what I figured.
Alright, so you do get the tiny hut cast. Go ahead and place it.
Everybody might want to get close.
Have one in here?
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius. Just place a 10-foot radius, spell radius.
I'll just put it like right there. Or
Oh,
something.
it's a radius, not a 10-foot diameter. It's the like.
Oh,
You could
Yeah.
put an aura on yourself, I think would suffice.
Yeah, or you could do that. Well, I think it's a 10-foot radius from a point, not from his character.
I think the new one is from him. I could be
Is it?
wrong about that. It might say emanation. If you link this spell.
Yeah, because if it's an emanation, it would be from him. Okay.
Yeah, emanation. I think there's a reason for that. The reason
so-
they changed it.
Yeah, so just give yourself a 10-foot aura. Although it does remain stationary, so that's the only thing. Like,
Mhm.
technically, he,
and I'm actually. All right, I'm going to move down to right
I'll
here to
just-
do it, so it
I'll
takes
just
up the whole
grab it.
area. All right, I don't know exactly how to put the. There it is.
So if you go into resources spell effects, one of them is the 10-foot radius.
I saw that. I was
Oh.
trying to figure out the aura.
Or if you just click on your token, press the cogwheel, you can go down to
Well,
auras.
the problem with aura is that
Ah.
if he moves around, it would move the aura. So that would be an
Yeah.
issue, because it's supposed to be stationary. So I'd
But
have to...
he doesn't have to move during the short rest, and we can just end it afterwards.
So what you could do, actually, is I could grab... Or you could grab a 5-foot cube. And
And put it
that,
on the cube.
And then put an aura on the cube. So if you click on the... Well, I'll just do it. But usually if you click on the cube, one of the buttons is like a cog
Yeah,
wheel.
I was just putting it down. Did we put it down at the same time or something?
There. Oh, you might have made it too big.
Did I?
It's supposed to be 10 foot.
I put 10-foot radius.
Or did you put it on yourself? Why is it so big on this thing? Oh, because this thing actually is bigger than it looks. That's why. All right. So anyway, I'm not going to
There we
screw
go.
with it too much. We'll just say, hopefully you don't move at all. All
Stay
right.
completely still.
Yeah, if you move, I'm going to have to figure something out. All right, so you're attempting to pass another hour inside here, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So... let me check something. Let me know if you're doing anything during this time.
I think Ignatius, after an hour, will return to the gym.
Well, unfortunately, something might be happening. So about 40 or so minutes pass by when you hear what sounds like loud footsteps coming from somewhere to the north.
Great.
What do you want to do? Or do you want to do anything?
Let's stay in the dome for now.
Yeah.
I think Ignatius will pretend to be a fire on this rubble.
Alright. So as you are sitting there, a couple of creatures come into view.
What?
They look like
Whoa.
very large skeletons. Partially armored. They don't look friendly. So I guess I need initiative because Ignatius is outside the dome.
I mean, technically, we could just stay in there. I mean, they can't get to us, right?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's true.
And just have Ignatius dismiss himself back to the gem.
Yeah, though I will have to see who acts first. So give me initiatives.
Okay.
At least for Ignatius, if you all are staying inside. Alright, so the large fire skeletons. Let's see, the first act is going to be Robert. So Robert, you would see down the hall lit up by Ignatius's flames are two very tall, skeletal, almost like giants, staying at about 15 feet or so in height.
God damn it. Is there anything small here in this dungeon?
Kaladin
And,
didn't roll. He's not on the list. Sorry.
I'll step away and I'll say, yeah, I guess we need to stay in this thing and gather our breath a little bit more. They should not be able. They don't look like someone that can dispel this thing.
I could actually swap with the alert feat. I could swap my initiative with Ignatius to give him my 24.
Well, he goes right after you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So you would technically
so-
go first with a 24. So what are you going to do?
I will tell Ignatius to dismiss himself, come back into the gym.
All right.
But thank you for your service. You fought well.
So he vanishes. And I guess we're dropping out of initiative for now because you guys are staying in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you no longer see the giants, which is a bit. Well, some of you no longer see the giants because Ignatius is gone, which might be a bit terrifying. But you do hear them.
Oh, it's transparent from the inside, though. They can't see in.
No, they can't see in. So you hear the footsteps as they kind of come walking down the hall. Looking curiously around, seeing the dome. Doesn't seem like they're that intelligent because they just stand there for a moment as if maybe looking for the elemental, then kind of walk off, going back the way they came. Alright, so they leave the area luckily, and that would be it for the short rest. So go ahead and gain your short rest benefits, as the hour would now fully pass. It is 11:25.
All right.
Luckily, whatever those were, they seem to have left the area. So what do you want to do?
Cool. I'd like to kick this door down.
Alright, you can try to strength it open, using strength to get it open quicker. You can break it down using your weapons. That'll make some noise, though. So a strength check, DC, I'll say 15, because it's kind of old. We'll get the door open.
Okay.
Can I help?
Check.
Anyone can
Yeah.
attempt it. You can all take a stab. You only get
Okay.
one shot, though.
Yeah.
Alright, so Patchwork just rips the door open.
It's half your
Showing,
wizard level rounded up, so 4th level. Like four levels worth of spell slot. Calvin.
The
Thank you.
door falls outward towards you, revealing a strange-looking room with some dwarven skeletons hanging on the wall and some sort of what looks like ritual magic on the floor there.
Does the magic appear active?
It does. Arcana might tell you more about it.
All right. Boom.
So Calroon would take a look. You would guess this is some sort of seal, keeping certain outsider creatures from crossing. Things like devils, celestials, demons, anything from a different plane.
It'll stop them from crossing over.
Yeah. Like nothing
So
extra
should be
planar.
safe for us.
Nothing summoned either will be able to cross this.
Okay. Does that mean, because I'm technically from the Feywild, does that mean I can't go across?
It might stop you. You're not sure. Though it looks like the ritual could be dispelled.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna walk in and look around for a moment, see if there's anything of interest first.
Alright, so like I said, there's these strange 2 dwarven skeletons hanging up on the wall. There's another door to the north. This one is formally marked as the Northern Laboratory.
Can I tell how the dwarves died?
Sure. Give me a medicine check or investigation.
They got pinned up.
Ah, no.
It's hard to say just by looking at the bones.
All right. And I'm assuming we want everyone to come with us once we go to the next room. So is that other dwarf girl still with us?
I'll try to see if I
Lyra?
can walk through it
Well,
first.
Lyra's
Yeah.
technically an elf. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
the elf. Is Lyra still here?
she's technically in
I'll-
the background, yes.
I'll
Can we
try
ask her
walking
to
through.
dispel this?
Does it let me through?
You would indeed be repulsed by it. As you attempt to step forward, you cannot physically cross the marker. So it does seem like it affects you, being Fey. Lyra would say... I think... Okay, so she did get a full rest since last time. So yeah, she would have a Dispel magic she could try. So she says, well, hopefully this works. I don't have too many of these.
Let's hope whatever this seal is
Alright.
keeping away does not come to us.
Well, it actually might be stopping something on the other side of the room.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that maybe something's in the laboratory and the seal is
She
keeping
says,
it in. Never mind.
Oh.
Well, we're about
well,
to figure out.
hopefully it's nothing that you all can't handle. But I was able to dispel it. That is a
Yeah.
good point, though. The seals could have been put here because of some kind of fear of something very dangerous.
Well, the markings on the first door warned of something within the laboratory.
What do you think, Carter? You think we can handle it?
He says, "Well, I've fought just today. I fought many different things that I've never even seen before. So, who knows? We'll see, I guess."
Hey, and you survived. That means you're better.
Yeah, so far, so good. I'll say nil. You do hear like something is moving around on the other side of the door.
Does it sound like wind rushing?
No, it sounds like more bones.
Okay,
Getting
I
sick of
believe
bones today.
we have more bones.
Look at the bones.
Is the door unlocked?
Let's see. This door, so you're attempting to open it?
Yep.
Okay. This door is indeed unlocked. The door will open inward. Which will reveal some stuff.
Oh,
There are things in here which don't seem happy to see you. However, we are at time, so we're going to have to end and pick it up next week. Let's do MVP votes.
Guys, I think we might be using some fireballs next session.
Yeah. I
What do you
figured as
mean?
much.
Actually, I
should
think we might
probably
be able
you
to
should probably
negotiate.
think about you should probably now think about switching initiative with Kaladin if you win it, so he can do stuff.
/W.
Well, hopefully we'll have our bard back for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2. I think.
Take some notes. So one thing that a different group had suggested that seems to be working out is after the game, while I'm taking notes, people talk about the things that may have happened during the game that they enjoyed or something that stood out to them, just because it gives me ideas as to like what kind of things the group likes. But it looks like Patchwork and Rob are tied, so give me D20 rolls. We'll start with that and see who the MVP is. All right, so Rob is the MVP. Yeah, I'm going to take some notes. And it's like, it's not, you don't have to. If you want to leave, you can leave. But yeah, if you feel like talking a bit about the session and what you liked, go for it. I'll be here taking some notes.
I think it was
Thank you
very
for
very good.
yeah. Thank you
enjoyed
for the
it quite a lot.
votes.
No problem. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely deadly combats. I mean, for one creature to, be able to put up that much of a fight against us is like, because we're a pretty strong party.
Yeah.
So
But this one was a little bit more balanced than the big fire thing.
yeah, the fire thing was definitely. I mean, that's why we leveled up from it, because it was like a boss, like a true boss.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
I'm
fight,
fine
too.
with every undead apart from race.
Oh yeah, and I will say, the new level up is very fun. And like having Ignatius, just the flavor of it, I really really like. And I'm hoping that if it's in the cards to like continue to like develop a little bit of a story with him. He could become more of a fleshed out character. I think would be cool. I think a way possibly that we could do that is because normally I can only have him for combat reasons, for 1 hour out of the day. But if there was a way that he could like learn to take like a little fire sprite form the rest of the day, and like he can only grow to his full size for 1 hour. It's like basically he would just be like a RP NPC, you know, for part of the day or for the whole day, and then like once per day he could actually be combat ready, you know.
We can actually, you know how we can do? We can create him a small robot body where we can put his gem in so he can move around.
Or we could put him in the container that we still need to make for the arcane crystal.
We need to
Basically
find an
that.
artificer.
Yeah. I like that we got another cool essence. I'm excited to see what that does.
But yeah, the essences, the special essences are intriguing.
Yeah,
I
I
like
wonder.
Yeah.
Like, what are your
Yeah.
guesses what it does?
I like being discriminated against for not being off this plane.
I think it'll be an armor upgrade, like maybe like a spiked armor. When someone attacks you,
Yeah,
maybe they
that's
take some
what I
piercing.
thought as well. Some kind of
Yeah.
thorns.
Alright.
I do have to go. I have to get ready for work.
Okay.
But it was great time. Had a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
I like this game a lot because for a change, like we had enough combat. I think we were lacking this couple of last games. We were doing a lot of downtime and buying
Well,
stuff.
that was only last session. We were fighting the big fire elementals before. That was like the first big
like
not
this one.
combat one we had in a while.
And this is the one where we actually have to preserve resources, and luckily we got our short rest before the big fight ahead.
Yeah, which I think we desperately were gonna need.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 turn undeads, so
I have
Oh,
to
that's
say,
Yeah, same.
I think. Oh yeah, and you can cast Fireball too as a light cleric, so we have a lot
Yeah.
of options for this.
I can do flame sphere.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
even
need
have
to-
it prepared.
I think I should use Ignatius more as like an AoE, kind of ongoing spell that also does attacks. Like just
Mhm.
never use him close to the party,
But I have to
Uh,
say, it feels good to get votes again because as I said, my other group got used to my Nova healing. Yeah.
They're just took it for granted.
Yeah, after a while they just got used to it.
Yeah. Are you liking this party, by the way? Or your style?
Yeah, definitely more my style.
Okay.
Less chaotic, less neutral evil.
follow-up question. Rank the party. Okay.
It was for Rob. It was every time so funny with his levels of wound. I think during this fight, I was a couple of times like on the border of level of wounds in a way that, yes, like I'm second level of wound, for example, but if I was like 1 more hit points down, I would be third level of wound, and the other way around. I think I was. I think when you healed me, I was like 1 hit point away from half. So your 5 hit points only healed me for like 1.
Yeah.
So you
But
guys
it
do
was-
like the essence system I have with
Yeah.
creatures and like unique essences and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
I
UK
love it.
is
Yeah.
cool.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Because
I never-
I've always.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
never
sorry,
really
go
liked that like random stuff just has treasure. I think it's kind of silly. So I think the essence system is a way of, rewarding combat
Yeah.
without just
Yeah,
like,
but-
a bunch of crowns and stuff drop. It's like, what? Where'd those come from? So, yeah, makes sense.
My thought process behind the healing was the wizard needs the healing, but he doesn't have so much HP.